Bro, this guy wants to duel for 25,000 gold. It's a rep pala. Oh, it's a pro. Is it a prop? It just says paladin. What spec are you? It's a prop pally maybe? You can see it under talents. Oh yeah. It's a prop pally. Oh god. I feel like I might just lose. Prop paladin. What do prop pallies have? What do they even have? I'm trying to think. Do I lose this or win this? He's a rank 1 Wrathful Gladiator. Prop paladin. Rank 1 prop paladin. I don't know, just made talents today. Bro, I feel like this guy's hustling me for sure. I feel like I'm for sure getting super hustled. I feel like this is super bait. He sniped his way to rank 1. He's bad. Holy crap. Tenon's calling out Shrakpad. I'm scared I'm just gonna get one shot. I don't know what prots do. Guys, I have 99k gold. We might just get smoked. Tell Serranus, look my Iron Forge if he thinks I sniped. Damn. Oh my gosh. Do we do it? 25,000 gold duel. I'm just nervous because I've never dueled a pally. A prop pally. Okay. 25k. Can you pay me first just because it's a lot of gold and I pay you back double if I lose? Alright, he's legit. I keep this if I win. I pay him 50k if I lose. Alright. Oh my gosh. Good luck. Man, we didn't even set any ground rules too. Hopefully he's not using like potions and world buffs or whatever. Okay. Well, that was not what I was expecting. Whoa. All right. That's that. I was really just not expecting that at all. Okay. He says sacred duty is the only cheese. Wait, what is that? Wait, what is that? When I click, it just says sacred duty. Maybe he was trying to cheese me and it didn't work. Is there like a one-shot cheese? Here, yeah, do it on me. Let me show you. Okay. Okay, so yeah, he can kind of do some one-shot cheese. He didn't even get it right either, so he could kill me even quicker than that. Okay, so he was trying to do that. I didn't get it. You need crit. How much gold does this man have if he can put 25k up like that? Like, how much gold do you think he has? I got banned for calling Peo old. Help me. I mean, dude, he's in his 30s still. He's not that old. Inspect them and check most gold owned. Oh, good call. Here, let's take a look. Summary. If I scroll to the bottom, isn't there like a wealth tab? Gold spent on postage. Okay, character wealth. Total gold acquired. Most gold ever owned. 193k. All right. I was thinking it would be like 1 million or something. Most expensive auction sold. I love looking at these stats. Most expensive bid. Posted auctions. Dude, how do I have 1,500 auctions posted? Dude, I'm a farmer. Look at me. I think the biggest problem with retail PvP is that retail PvE is actually good the way it is. From what I understand, I haven't done too much. But from what I hear, retail PvE is actually in a pretty good spot. Can you guys back me up on that or not? Or disagree with me there? Like, I think PvE and retail is actually, like, in a decent spot right now. Yeah. And the reason why PvP sucks is because... Well, I shouldn't say sucks. That's a pretty strong word. Because I know there's people that like retail PvP too. But I think a lot of the reasons why PvPers on retail are frustrated is because the things that make retail PvE good are the same things that make retail PvP bad. And it's hard to separate the class design because the class design is the class design. And the stuff that's making retail PvE own is directly making retail PvP suck. And it's like, darn, right? You can't make retail PvP good without hurting PvE. And I think that's kind of the predicament they're in. And if they have to make a choice, it's an easy choice. Like, obviously, you're going to cater to PvE because it's what the majority of the player base cares about, right? But that's, like, pretty spot on, I think, right? It's like, if you make class design better in PvP, what would you do? Well, you would make it way less focused on AoE. You would get rid of a lot of micro CCs, right? You would remove a lot of mobility. You would do a lot of things that would hurt Mythic Plus. You would do a lot of things that would objectively hurt Raiders. You would do a lot of things that would screw over the game for everyone else if you wanted to make PvP great again. So you can't unless you wanted to make the trade, which no one would ever think that would be a good idea, right? Like, that clearly you don't want to prioritize PvP over PvE. That would be silly, right? So, like, the way in which to fix retail PvP, like the real answer is that you go play Kata or something, right? Or maybe Sod. But, like, the retail PvP direction is definitely more in the direction of PvE damage, micro CCs, don't die, do a lot of damage. And it's going that way because of the Mythic Plus and raid conversations that we've been having. So, anyway. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say all of that. Maybe because I played retail yesterday and it becomes blatantly obvious after not playing for a long time what's actually happening. What about having separate talent trees altogether? I mean, maybe. They tried that with, like, PvP talents, but the problem is deeply rooted, right? So, for example, if you want specifics, Mage on retail has Blink, Displacement, Alter Time, Shimmer, Blast Wave Knockback. In my opinion, that's too much, right? And I'll say it from the Mage perspective, so it comes off across a little less bias. It's like, Mages have too much on retail. If I was in charge for PvP and there was no consequences in PvE to make Mage great again in PvP, what I would do is remove the Blast Wave Knockback for all specs and maybe just give that to Fire. I would remove Displacement. I would remove Alter Time, giving you another Blink proc. I would remove Shimmer altogether, right? So I would basically take away a lot of that Mage mobility, right? Because it's too OP. It's too much mobility, too much kiting. In the same token, Rogue should probably only have one Shadow Step unless they prep a second one, right? Like, so, like, that treatment would go across the board, not just to Mages, to be clear. It's not like I want Mages just nerfed. I think everything is like, would need to be tailored, right? But like I said, they shouldn't do that because that would screw over PvEers, which isn't a good idea at all, by the way, right? Just to be very clear, they shouldn't do that. Because there are consequences, real consequences, that the majority of the player base would absolutely hate. So I guess my point is, like, retail PvE is in a good spot, and it's there, and it's making PvP feel weird for players that are looking for something else, which is the majority, I think, of the OG PvP community, and the frustrations are stemmed based on those things. I think that pretty much sums that up. All right, so this is the most up-to-date Battle Master, I think. And I can get Intellect, I can get Haste, I can get Hit, or I can get Crit. I think I'm gonna get Haste and Reforged Mastery, just like I have right now. And I basically am just gonna get a much better proc. I think that was the last thing I needed. And that, my friends, is how you do it, boys. Let's go. We're so locked in right now. All right. All right. Uh-oh. We're dialed, boys. We're dialed. This guy's a gamer. Oh man, how I miss to be able to do stuff like that. Like, the thing is, it's harder to do. It's harder to make plays on like past WAD or past MOP, I guess. I feel like you can do stuff like this in like Wrath. You can do stuff like this in TBC. You can do stuff like this in Kata and MOP. And then once the game gets to like WAD, you just like. The essence is lost. Like you can't make plays like that anymore. It doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. All right. One of the reasons I just love this era of WoW. I realized something. The thing that I realized is PvP is more fun with simple rotations. PvE is more fun with complex rotations, generally. But when you have super complex PvE rotations, it means the PvP usually suffers. Why? Well, in PvP, there's so much happening with positioning, with mind games, with cooldown usage. Look at a game like Counter-Strike. You have like one ability, shoot. I mean, I guess you have two. You have nade and shoot. Right? But there's so much going on. It's simple rotations. You shoot, but there's a lot happening, right? Think about League. There's 4 buttons. If you PvE'd in League, how hard would the rotations be? Very easy. Like, think about killing Dragon or killing Baron. It's like super easy. The PvE is easy, but it makes for a very good PvP game. The PvE, like in Kata, let's be honest, is pretty easy. Fire Mage. It's like, you keep up Living Bomb, you slam those pyros when you get the procs, and you're sending fireballs. It's pretty easy. Frost. Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Deep Freeze. Pretty easy, right? In expansions where the PvE is easy, the PvP excels. Once you make the PvE complicated and the rotation's complicated, it doesn't translate well to PvP. I think I just figured that out. I like in that last game, it just hit me. I'm spamming Ice Lance, but the gameplay is so good. Why? Well, because there's other stuff happening in the background, and the spamming Ice Lance is like fine. It's complex enough, right? Because you still have Scorch and Frost Firebolt and Deep and Counterspell and Polymorphs and Kona Cold and Novas and Pet Novas and like it's complicated enough. That's fine. Because there's so many other interactions that happen in PvP. Does that make sense? Making stuff work without having extra unnecessary elements. Exactly. Less is more. Minimalism is key. I just understood this.